Hola, ¿cómo estás? What's up, guys? Coming back at you. I'm going to tell you a story about somebody that I was in a treatment center with. That was going through the same like group stalking stuff, and I don't think he even realized it what was going on. But before I tell you the story, I'm going to just throw out a little disclaimer about like I'll get comments right of people saying that I need to do more research and all this and all this stuff about gang stalking and group stalking. Um, Let me tell you something right off the bat, okay? Everybody's situation is different. There's a single, uh, not a single group of people that are doing the stalking. Okay, there's multiple agencies doing it, and that's why it's confusing to where it's coming from. So my situation, I'm pretty certain it's coming from law enforcement, and the reason why I know this is because I was involved with drugs. I was involved with shady people that were doing crazy things, and drug dealing, and like so. It's coming from law enforcement for me, and there might be another agency like involved with it that they contracted out or something. Um, but everybody's situation is different. I've heard from that could have been from the Freemasons. Like I've heard that's law enforcement. I've heard that it could be your own family members doing it. Uh, just CIA, a whole bunch of different agencies. So there's not one. I don't want to sway you into a certain direction. They go over there when it's not, because that you know it's not just one agency, man. So don't get it twisted. Don't let people twist it up on you. I mean, I'll put information out there, but my disclaimer is, I'm not a certain, but you can pick off of it and see what you can get off of it. If you can put the pieces together for your situation, my situation, I know mine. I know what's going on. I just got to prove it. I just got to get the proof and everything to prove what's going on. And like somebody mentioned on one of the comments that I should go to the courthouse and see if I'm on a terrorist watch list, or whatever kind of watch list. And like I said, I don't think it's a bad idea. I wonder how much proof is gonna, like, how much how much truth is gonna come from it, because then it would be like they're admitting that they're guilty of this. So, but it doesn't hurt to try, and I'm probably gonna look into that, because I think that's where it's coming from anyway. Um, but yeah, so that's my disclaimer, man. You know. All right. So anyway, check it out, guys. Um, okay, so I was in this. I went to a treatment center, like a rehab center for drug and alcohol, right? Because I was pretty smoked out, and okay, I had been in there for probably, like, I would say, I don't know, yeah, I was probably in there for already like 2 weeks in. It was a 30-day program, okay, 30-day program. Paid it out of my pocket. It was like $2,500. It was expensive, and they fed you, and they put you in a room with a roommate, and they take you out on the weekends for like exercise, go play some basketball and all kinds of stuff. And so I was like already like 2 weeks in, right? And there was always new guys coming in and out. And there was this one guy that flew in from New York. He was like I think he was like Armenian or something. He seemed like a nice guy, but when he got there, like, he looked pretty loaded. He looked like he was pretty smoked out. He had been doing some heavy drugs, and specifically, I could tell he was doing crystal, because if you're in if you know that world, like the crystal meth world, you can identify it pretty easy off of people, like the eyes and just the actions, like their movements and everything. It's not hard to identify that's somebody that's on crystal. So he came in, and everybody was like welcoming him in and all that, and how you doing, where are you from, blah blah blah. And he we were sitting around the table and talking to him, really cool. And we were asking him like about his life. How did he end up here? What kind of drugs was he doing? And all kinds of stuff. And like he didn't mention crystal, but he was saying he was just pilled out and stuff. Pills. And but he said that, so check it out, because like he started mentioning about like the group stalking stuff, right? That these people were after him, like because him and his brother like had information about something, like he was telling this weird story to all these people. Everybody was just sitting down and listening. It was crazy but I had already gone through before I got into the treatment center. They were already stalking me, so I started kind of doing research and looking into it, what it was. I didn't know everything, but I started figuring it out. Like they do this stuff. It's a group stalking stuff, gang stalking. Okay, so I already kind of had information, so he started telling me that he started telling everybody in the group that they were after him because him and his brother had like information regarding something, some kind of legal, I don't know. And so we were just listening, and then he said he was an artist. Him and his brother were an artist, like music artists, and they made music, and that he said that like they had money, like they're billionaires or something. And I was like, okay, I'm listening, but I don't believe everything everybody tells me to. It's just, I eat the meat and I spelt the bones. But and so everybody's like falling for this guy's like story and stuff, and I'm just like listening. Okay, and then he starts mentioning that they were watching him and that they were after him. And I was like, and I was listening, and he was saying that they would come up to him, they'd be following him around and taking pictures right in front of him and stuff like that, and like they were following him everywhere he went. And in my mind, I was already thinking like, this guy's being gang stalked, like he's being gang stalked. He doesn't realize it. He didn't know what he thought they were after him for I don't know if they thought like the FBI was after him or something, but he felt like he had to get away from New York and fly all the way over to California and enter this to get clean over here in this program. And so he's telling everybody this big old elaborate story. And when he started mentioning about the people taking pictures of him and they were stalking him and watching him and all kinds of stuff, I told him, dude, like I want to talk to you about that after, because like the same things were happening to me, and like he just kind of like looked at me and stuff. And I'm like, and I mentioned to him again, like come see me after. I want to talk to you about this stuff, because not everybody there, like they weren't going through that same stalking stuff. They were there for treatment, and nobody else seemed to know anything about the stalking. And so I just kind of kept my mouth shut, because you ain't gonna convince any of these people what's going on. And so after a few days, like I hadn't really talked to him, right? And it seemed like he snuck drugs in, because every day he was acting more and more weird. One day we caught him outside like naked, dancing with a broom and stuff. We're like, dude, what are you doing? And like, so they were searching his room and stuff for drugs, and I don't know if they found a pipe or something. I think they found a pipe, but he claimed it wasn't his and stuff, and I don't know. But they did drug test him and stuff. But I think he was still like coming down, so he still had it in his system and stuff. But I think he was using, because he was out there dancing with a broom naked and stuff. That's not normal, man. Anyway, yeah, so finally, like, he was coming down, and I was outside in the backyard, because it was like a house that dorms a lot of people. And so I was outside talking to some dude about just life, drugs and stuff like that. And he comes outside. We're sitting on the picnic table. Comes outside, and we're like, "Oh, what's up, man?" Like, sit down, relax. And he seems cool, and he was just like listening. And then we tell, and then what did he say? He said he asked he like for some reason like he just kept looking at me like if I was like a spy or something, dude, or if I was one of these gangstalker guys, because I kept telling him, mentioning to him, hey, dude, I'm gonna talk to you about that group stalking stuff, like it's like that stuff. I'm gonna tell you about it, but it almost like he didn't want to hear it because like it's like he got away because he wanted to get away from all that stuff. So I think he was thinking that I'm one of the stalkers, and oh, and then okay, so what happened is when I was in there, I had shaved my beard. I had a big old long. I was way longer than what it is now, and it just looked all bushy and crazy. And I shaved it, so his psychosis was going. So when he saw me, he was just like tripping out on me, like looking at me all weird and like mysterious, like who is this guy? I was tripping him out. Like I don't like. I think because that crystal it puts you into like a psychosis where you're just like it's almost like like it's not reality anymore. It's like once you get to a certain level of that drug. And so he was just looking at me all weird, like, who is this guy? Like, I could see it in his face. And so I was just like, hey, man. Like, I was just looking at him all funny, like, what's up with that group stalking stuff? So are they still doing it to you and stuff? And he just looked at me, and he just got up from the table, and he just took off without saying anything. And I looked at the guy that was with me, chopping it up with me, talking, and I'm like, what the, like what? And he's like, dude, he looks like he saw a ghost with you. And I'm like, what was that? Like it was so weird. This guy literally just got up from the table, packed his shit, and took off walking. And the last I heard is that he was in Santa Monica, like towards like LA area. Santa Monica, dude. Like he was out there. The last time I heard that, he was just out there wandering around. Like that's what this group stalking shit did to him, dude. He just like, cause he couldn't put two and two together what was going on. You see, this is how they're making people homeless and stuff. Like, God knows. Hopefully he didn't take his life or something, man, because it scared the shit out of him, dude. And he ended up in Santa Monica the last time I heard, and like just wandering the streets and shit. And I hope, I hope to God he didn't take his life or something, because he felt like there was no way out of this or something. I mean, it could do that to you. That's how that when it first started, it kind of felt like, if I didn't have God, and like I, who knows? Who knows what would have happened? Because I felt like everything was closing in on me, dude, and everybody hated me. So I was just like, I was having these feelings, but God never leaves me. He always comes and gets me, no matter what. Like, but he saved me. He pulled me out of that trench, and yeah. But this could be bad, dude, for some people. It could be bad for some people, man. But yeah, that dude just took off, and God knows where he's at right now. I hope he's okay. But see, the way they like do it is like it pushes you out of your home. You leave people because you don't trust them. You don't trust anybody anymore. You don't know who's on your side. This is what they're doing to people, man. I don't know if this is like some people said it was a what was it, behavior modification program. It's a damn like suicide program, dude. Like this could make people kill themselves. It really can. Like it's just too much stress and trauma. You don't know. You want to help somebody, why don't you guys just pull them aside and be like, dude, we're watching you, man. I'm not gonna lie with you. I mean, we're watching you, and we want you to change your behavior. We think you can do better. Like I think they're approaching this way wrong. If it really is like a modification, a behavior modification program, they're approaching this shit wrong, dude. Because it doesn't have, if anything, they probably want them to take themselves out. You know what I mean? That's really what they want. They just mask it as a modification program. Because I'll be honest with you, man, if these people would have, what if it would have walked up to me and been like, man, we're gonna be honest with you, you know, we see what you've been doing, we're watching you, you know, and we want you to change before you end up in prison or something like that. That right there alone, it would have hit me. It would have hit me hard. I would have been like, damn. Okay, you're like, what do I gotta do? Or you like, what should, you know, and offer a treatment to them. Why don't you go here, man? We can set it up for you. We can help you out. Why are you guys trying to make people feel crazy, dude? You know what I mean? That's not cool. What kind of shit is that? You know? That would have hit me harder. Like, I don't do good with like reverse psychology and shit like that. Like, if anything, or like, you know, playing games, I don't do good with like that. If anything, it makes me want to rebel. I take in more of like, let me communicate with me. Communicate. If you communicate with me, I take that in more than anything else, reverse psychology or anything like that. And I think a lot of people would do better in the communication, you know? But that's not the agenda behind it. It's more sinister. They want you to kill yourself and stuff like that. Yeah. Because but yeah. But yeah, man, this dude freaking just like, since he didn't know what was going on, and he thought like he was wanted by the feds or something. He was so confused, man. I feel bad for him because God only knows where he's at right now. I hope he's okay, and I hope he got help. And he was from New York, didn't have any family out here or anything. Came out here for treatment, and they put his ass on the streets. That's what they did to him. He was pretty smoked out, man. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I hope he's okay. And yeah, guys, leave me some comments. Read the damn disclaimer. All right, I don't claim to know everything. I'm not an expert in this damn field. I'm not. I'm trying to piece put the pieces together of this puzzle, man. I don't know everything about it. You know, and everybody's situation is different. So let's just be cool, man. Just be cool with me. Alrighty, guys. Take care. Love you. Like, subscribe, comment, share. All that stuff, man. Don't be a hater. Hit that subscribe button. Alright, bye.